Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Mcfarlane Toys 1989 Batman. I mean, the Flash Batman Batmobile. I have foregone the whole unboxing and all that kind of stuff. Nobody cares about the box. It's a big box. It's got pictures of the Batmobile on it. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a crap. We care about this right here. And this is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I like it quite a bit, especially for the price point. I picked this thing up on Amazon for $59.99. When you think about it from that price point, it costs about the same as 2.5 action figures. Is having the Batmobile worth 2.5 action figures? Hell yeah, it is. Absolutely. 100%. It absolutely is. And it's really hard to beat with the market being what it is today. And yes, we can go into the whole Hasbro engine of vengeance and all that other crap, and I think that's been settled pretty much across the board. This is a great option for the price, much better than the deal we would have gotten with that Hasbro engine of vengeance crap. So we've got this here. It's nice, it's big, it's huge, it's 22 inches long, looks great with your Michael Keaton Batman here from Mcfarlane as well. You've got those guys there. But we'll look at some more Batman figures with this thing here in just a minute. But obviously the main thing about this that everybody knows, everybody knew about it as soon as this thing started showing up for people, start talking about it online, was the cockpit. The cockpit is clearly gray. You can see it here. There's no denying this is a gray cockpit compared to the rest of the Batmobile, and that is a huge disappointment. Am I going to complain a whole lot about that, given the price point and what you're getting? No, I'm not going to complain a lot, but I am going to complain because I do think that shouldn't have happened. I do think that should have been avoided. This easily could have been taken care of. There was absolutely no reason not to mold this in black plastic and have a clear plastic insert in there instead of trying to mold it all out of one piece with the stupid paint and all that stuff. There's a whole lot of crap that went into this design that was unnecessary in my opinion. And even if for whatever reason it added $5 to the price of this thing, I much rather would have had a cockpit that matched the rest of the car. So yeah, I'm gonna complain about it. I am. Not too much, because I still like the thing. I still think it is a good deal, but I am going to complain about it a little bit. But we've got the Batmobile here, and it looks pretty good. We got some nice engine details there on the side. We do have the doors there on the top that if you wanted to do some modifications to have the guns actually pop up, you could probably figure out a way to do it. Of course, we've got the turbine there on the front. We do have the lights on the front, which I've seen a lot of people doing modifications where they're actually changing those out and putting real lights in. You've got the nice vents there on the side. The wheels themselves are actually rubber, which is nice. We've got the little bat symbols there on the hubcaps. The bottom is pretty plain. I mean, you got a little bit of detail there in the bat symbol. Nothing too crazy right there. Then you've got the engine at the back. You've got the vents up here. You've got the lights there at the back. I mean, it's pretty basic, but it has basically everything you need. You also have the button there on the front, which helps you open up the cockpit. Then, of course, we've got the cockpit itself, which is fine. It's really basic. You've got some details in there. Basically, the only color they used on this thing, other than black, was some silver for the accents, and I'm okay with that. I think it works well. But not crazy detailed, but detailed enough, certainly. Of course, how does Batman fit into this? Actually not too bad. Depending on which Batman figure you're going to use, you might have to cram him in there just a little bit, just because mostly, from what I've seen, the ears on Batman. So we take our 89/The Flash Michael Keaton Batman, we pop him in there. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but his ears kind of stick up where the cockpit would close. So what you gotta do is kind of push him down into the seat a little bit and push him back. And then he sits kind of back behind there just a little bit, where his ears have plenty of room. And then you can close the cockpit and you're good to go. Okay? And obviously with something like this, well, what all Batman fits in here? Well, most of the Batman figures you're going to have are going to fit in here. One that I found was a little troublesome was this one right here, Three Jokers Batman. He's a little beefy. He will fit in there. He's actually not that much taller than the Michael Keaton Batman, but he is a little bit beefier. Mostly it's his width and the cape, which make it a little bit more difficult to get him in, but because the cape is flexible enough, you can kind of tuck it underneath him, and he will go in there okay. The Batfleck from Justice League Batman will fit in there perfectly. Looks great in there. The other one I tried here was, of course, Thomas Wayne. I love this. One of my favorite Batman figures right there. He fits in there great, even with the cape, because it is flexible enough that you can get it in there. And then this one right here was the one, this is probably my favorite Batman figure here. This is the DC Collectibles Essentials Batman Rebirth, or whatever it is. He was a little harder to fit in there, mostly just because the cape is very stiff. You can fold it to get it in there if you want to, but you might damage the cape if you leave him in there too long like that. Everything else fits in there beautifully. He fits great and looks great standing next to the Batmobile, but that cape is a little bit stiff. So, but in the end, honestly, why would you want to put anybody in there other than Michael Keaton Batman? And he does fit, and he looks great. And if you decide to go with the unmasked version, you don't even have to worry about his ears getting in the way, and he fits just right. So look, I just wanted to keep this short and sweet, and obviously I'm doing this on a different background than I normally do my videos because this toy is too big to fit into my usual photo booth. But I just wanted to show you guys, this is really cool. Despite the canopy being a different color, I still think it is a good deal, and I think this is just about, for the price, the best Batmobile we've ever gotten, especially, obviously, if you're into 6-inch or 7-inch figures. There really isn't anything better on the market today. There are some older Batmobiles out there that you can pick up, but they're ridiculously expensive. I believe DC Collectibles and a few others had put some stuff out there that works really well, but hard to find, no longer made, and they cost a lot of money. This is $59.99. It really is a hell of a deal, and you get a Batmobile, which in my opinion is the best Batmobile we've ever had. Comics, movies, TV shows, anything across the board. This classic 1989 Batman has always been my favorite since the first time I saw it, and I think it's a favorite of a lot of people's, and getting it here in 7-inch scale for 60 bucks is absolutely amazing, and I highly recommend it, despite the fact that Todd should have figured something else out with this canopy here. But anyway, that is it, guys. Wanted to keep this short and sweet. Would love to hear what you guys think about this thing right here. Let me know in the comment section down below. Look forward to hearing from you and talking to you. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and always remember to enjoy your collection.